this is New Growth and Create page, and I'm Matt, and I'm currently in the Royal National Park. We're just checking out the some walks today, and also we're just checking out this loop today, the rainforest loop. So currently in temperate rainforest. Surprisingly enough, there is rainforest down here. A lot of people think that rainforests are mainly up in Queensland, but along the east coast there's pretty much rainforest almost down to the tip of Victoria. So it's very surprising when you come across these rainforests. They're not like a tropical rainforest, but they're more a temperate, cooler rainforest. So you do find a lot of species in here that are very unique to this area. In the background you can see there, that's Liverstonia australe, which is a very common palm found down the south coast. Probably the most biggest palm we have in the area. As you can see, there's a few of them around, a lot of them around on this track. I think the Aboriginals used to eat the middle heart of them. They used to cut the legs off and then tap into that heart, and apparently it's got a lot of starches and a lot of it's a good food source. They also, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think the fruits are also edible as well. Yeah, so that's the most dominant palm species in the area. We're going down this valley where we're going to be going along a creek line, and we'll be seeing a lot of rainforest sort of creek margin plants, so that'll be interesting. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah. So here we have a fern. This is called Pellelia falcata, the sickle fern. Fairly common around here. Really nice fern. Gets big. These are only just small plants, but gets very big there. It's not really nice. Doesn't have the reproductive spores on them yet, so they're quite young leaves. And I did see here rough sedge as well. Gallia. As you can see, they've got the fruits on them at the moment. The fruits. Really tough sedge. Will rip the pieces if you walk through it. There's some seed there. Let's disperse it for them. Whee! Bye! Yeah. And you've got more Liverstonia australe. This is just everywhere here. And everything is covered in moss. So just everything here is wet. We've had some rain recently, so you're gonna see a lot of mushrooms coming up. Oh, there's all understory plants as well. And you break out into these open areas, groves. Oh, here we go. Here's some fungi here. Look at that. Sorry about that. Just eating this rotten log. Don't know what it is. If any fungus experts can comment on this video, that'd be really handy. You know, I might take a photo of that. This old open area, and then we've got smilax. I'm not sure on the species, but smilax is a very common climber, and over there you can see got the berries on it. So really sort of swamps plants a bit, but you know, it's not a weed really. It's just a vine that occurs down here that seems to, there's more of it there, climbing on everything. Just to just a vine that likes these really wet, low areas. Got some carex here, carex, grass. And as you can see, there's some trees that have come down. And you've got these big, massive acacias that die out, and then they just leave these open areas for all these open plants to come in and that. Oh wow! And it just opens up to like this creek down here. Got Dunia aspera, rasp fern, I believe it's called. Very common. Dunia. It's got the really reddish leaves that come out. So that's the pigmentation actually protects it from being burnt. Oh my god, this is amazing. I got this really old eucalyptus, I think. And you have these ferns as well, growing on the stems of these trees. Just amazing. Oh, there's someone there. Just there's a butterfly there. Just hanging out. What are you doing down here? See, another one up there. What are you doing down here? So we came across this fungus. It seems to be coming off this log, but it seems to be holding water inside it too, like a big vase. It's so strange. Never seen anything like it before. Maybe it's common, I don't know. Maybe if anyone knows what it is, I might look it up, take a photo, see if we can find it on iNet or whatever it's called. And yeah, oh well, man, this is the creek's kind of washed out at the moment, so it took a while to get over this side. Luckily there was somebody else here. Oh wow, this is clusters, just clusters upon clusters. It must have just rotted and just fell in. It's amazing. Pittosporum multiflorum, very prickly little guy. Doesn't look like the normal ones that you usually have, but they have some spines on them, some killer spines. They also got these berries on them. I haven't seen any, but I'm not sure if they're edible or not. Pittosporum, I'm not very sure if Pittosporums are edible, but birds love them. I could just see here you can see there's a bit of burning on some of these trees. There has been fire through here, which was probably a couple of years ago now, but yeah, we're just going through this, I think it's Pittosporum thickets. We've got ferns everywhere, just fungi. I've been seeing fungi, like you got mosses on the ground. It's just so active. You got logs that are being washed down from all this rain. It's really nice in here too. Like, very cool. As I said, temperate rainforest. Can't beat it. Unfortunately, where we parked was actually where a boy was murdered. Trigger warning here. So there's a memorial at the side of the path for him. So I think he was only 15. His name was Matt as well. So unfortunately for him, it took a while for them to find the body. So paying respects to the family. So yeah, that was a bit you know, surprising, but anyway, you know, you find all sorts of things out here. And what I just found is fruit. This looks like a Acmena, maybe Smithii. Smithii I think has the pink fruits, but these look like they could be fruits from this palm, this Liverstonia up there. Very interesting. And it's just got this sort of, kind of almost opens up to like a lot of Liverstonia. Some more Dunia, Aspera, just covering the ground. Just a great walk, guys. Really recommend it. It's the forest loop in the Royal National Park. And take a look at that. He's on the base of this palm. You can see here, just this moss, feathery little moss. And it's like, there's the root mass of the palms. I think they also use these as timber for making log cabins as well. Don't know how long they lasted, but yeah, they used these palms for cabin making back in the early settlement. See with these logs, they are, you can see a lot of lichen on them. You can also see a lot of juvenile trees. I'm not sure if this is an Acmena. It's got opposite leaves. Looks very Metaceae. Metaceae often has opposite leaves, so it could be just that. And it's like a little nursery for trees. It's got rotting wood, nutrients. The fruit hit the wood and very moist. Keeps them moist so they can then grow into these big trees. Here we have an orchid up here. Looks like Salconia. Salconia. Don't know on the species. There's a few Salconias around, but as you can see there, they're all clinging to this tree with their root systems going far up. Salconia. I'll put the picture up with the flower. And there's just a few of them there. There's another one on the back there hanging off. That's incredible. And the roots just, it's amazing how they just cling on. It's really hard to grow this orchid because they do like these temperate, constant moist areas. They don't really like to be too dry or too hot. So wow, that's a good spot. We just stopped to have a meal. I'm just eating some bar, sesame bar, really good. And we actually stopped here by this waterfall. As you can see, water is flowing. There's been a lot of erosion. All the bed has actually been washed out, stones and trees and what have you. But look at that. There's even like a little lake above that too. There's like a hole there too. That looks like maybe a wombat hole. But just a beautiful area. And as I was coming through here, well, I'll show you this fern. This fern's quite common. I think it's by species by something. I'm not sure on the species. Just came across this rock and it's got a Salconia species on it. This is the orchid I was just looking at before in the tree, but they do grow on rocks. So orchids that grow on rocks are usually called, or any plant that grows on rocks are lithophytes, and then anything grows on trees their epiphytes. So this is obviously, doesn't matter if it grows on a rock or a tree, but like you can see, has only one growth point. Sorry, I pulled that the other way. Anyway, it's got one growth point. It's got all these long roots that cling on to ensure it doesn't fall off. Really nice flower, usually white with a different colored throat, either I think by memory orange or yellow. It's a really nice orchid. If you can grow it at home, really nice orchid. I had it, unfortunately it died. Doesn't like the heat, so if you are in a hot area, doesn't really like the heat. We're just like dodging trees here and everything. But check that out. Just the mosses just helps some of those other plants to colonize on these rocks, like those ferns, as you can see up here. Just a beautiful day. I hope you guys enjoying this video. Just past a couple there. They were just looking for the other side of the path. But oh, it's just a beautiful spot. Looking at the Salconia orchids, and anyway, there's one here. Here you can see the root just going along the stem of this small tree. I think it's looks like a lily pilly, a acmena, and here you have this little orchid clinging on to this branch, another Salconia, and just the roots even just connected to that little stick that's been lodged up in this branch when the water was obviously high. So these things they're kind of crafty how they stick to everything. And those long roots just might help them collect moisture in the air, because down here in the creek there's a lot of air moisture running through, and I would say in the early mornings they would be very dewy and very wet, so that's how they get their moisture, being up there in the trees and the rocks. So after losing the track, because the track is worn out, and Beth unfortunately fell over down a slope. Yeah, she grazed her face and her leg and her arm, and I've got a leech on me right now. And but we found this pretty cool, we feel like we're in the rainforest now. It's really steep gully, and we got ferns all on these rocks, these epiphytic ferns. There's also this looks like to be a cave. Oh. And there's this asplenium up growing on the trees, Burnous fern. And further up there, just one second, further up there you can see there's an elkhorn up in the tree there as well, and above us more asplenium. So this is where they are, this is their environment. A lot of people grow them as indoor plants. They actually go really well on a rock in these moist environments. And I don't feel like going in there right now. There's a cave in there. I'm freaking out. There's some mushrooms in there, which are weird. Oh, did I? And we're just trying to find this trail. And this could be our last record of us. I don't know. We've been trying to find this trail for a while now, and it's just getting thicker now. And now we come to this rock. I don't know.
I guess if you're not the one releasing this video, then we never made it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If it's not me or Beth, we didn't make it. But this is rainforest as it is. You know, we may be a little bit lost. I mean, we know where we are. We know how to get back, but it's just like, this is really great. This is temperate rainforest. at its best. As you can see, here is a giant water hausia, and it looks like there's another tree, another water hausia. It's a massive, you can see the root system there. I hope Beth doesn't fall. Don't fall, Beth. Massive root system. This could be 100 years old for all we know, but it looks like it's been here for a long time. More waterfalls up ahead, but this is, you can see those massive aspleniums up there in the trees. Just really humid down here. The moisture's quite high. So we'll carry on. Here we have a bulbophyllum species. Yeah, bulbophyllum exeum. I think I'm pronouncing the species wrong, but one of the smallest bulbophyllums you've got. It's got those little ridges on the bulbs, as you can see, and it gets a really tiny flower. Bulbophyllum, wow, we can see here, loves growing on rocks. Just a cool little orchid. Here we have another Docrylia or Dendrobium. I'm not exactly sure because there's been plant changes, plant name changes. So here's another orchid. I'll put the flower up. I think it's something Bulbophyllum Shepherdii or something like that. It could be Bulbophyllum or it could be Dendrobium. Anyway. So here we have a bulbophyllum, and you can see the tiny, it's very hard to see, it's so small. The tiny little flower there, so small. Tiny little flower is just ready to open up on that raceme. And it's just got the bulbs hanging off a mossy log, just covered in moss. Helps to collect all that moisture, and then yeah, it basically lives off the air or the rain. Look at this vine. Whoa, Tarzan. Tarzan in the jungle. Another terrestrial fern. I'll put that up on what this one is, but yeah, more asplenium up in the tree. Look, another Salconia. Another Salconia. Wow, that's incredible. This is well worth it. So many plants down here in this environment. Such a microclimate. And look, there's a tire.
Did you get that?
So with these Livistonia, looks like they can handle fire, and looks like they can regenerate from fire as well. So they have some adaptation where they can come back, because they've definitely experienced fire in the past, and they've just like come back with fury. So it's amazing how things can come back from all this fire. We're on the right track now. We found the actual right track, and now we're going to head back to the car because we're done. We've we lost a few hours, and yeah, we're just gonna head back, see if we can go to the beach and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, here we go. Here's some Ackmania berries, heaps of them. We got a massive tree here. They get really big. They're not like the normal ones where they're pink. I think they just go white. Anyway, we're heading back to the car. We're done, but I really enjoyed this video, even though things didn't work out. But sometimes things don't work out, and sometimes just gotta roll with it. Hey guys, well, we're back in the car, and we survived. We got back onto the track and then headed back up to the car, and then we went down to the beach and enjoyed the beach. So yeah, we survived. Beth unfortunately has a few scratches and bruises and stuff like that, but I'm okay as well. I washed off all the blood that was coming out of my ankles from all the leeches. So make sure you're wearing the right repellent. And you know, that's the thing in rainforests, wet rainforest, there's going to be heaps of leeches. So we kind of got ourselves into that mess, but that's okay. We got out, and anyway, that's the video. It was a bit of a shorty, but hope you enjoyed it, and hope you click that like button, subscribe, become a member of the New Growth and Creative page, and yeah, find my Instagram, New Growth and Creative page on Instagram. I'll put it down below here. And anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.